Fortinet's 2025 Q4 earnings call summary. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we're diving into Fortinet's robust performance for the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2025, a period marked by strong growth across their cybersecurity platform. Key financial highlights. Billings. Fortinet reported an impressive 18% year-over-year increase in total billings, reaching $2.37 billion. This growth was driven by strong demand in unified SASE, OT security, and significant wins in large enterprises in the US and Europe. Revenue. Total revenue grew by 15% year-over-year to $1.91 billion. This was bolstered by a significant product revenue increase of over 20% to $691 million, indicating strong product adoption and market share gains. Service revenue grew 12% to $1.21 billion. Gross margin. The company achieved a strong total gross margin of 80.3%, which exceeded expectations, especially considering the higher product revenue mix. Operating margin. Fortinet's non-GAAP operating margin was 37.3%, surpassing guidance due to robust revenue growth and effective cost management. Profitability. Earnings per share, EPS, saw a strong increase. Free cash flow. Free cash flow was exceptionally strong at $577 million, with an adjusted free cash flow margin of 31%. Full year 2025. For the full year, billings grew 16% to $7.55 billion, and total revenue increased 14% to $6.8 billion. The company also achieved a record non-GAAP operating margin of 35.5%. Management's outlook and forecasts. Fortinet provided a positive outlook for fiscal year 2026. Q1 2026 guidance. Billings. $1.77 billion to $1.87 billion, 14% midpoint growth. Revenue. $1.7 billion to $1.76 billion, 12% midpoint growth. Non-GAAP operating margin. 30% to 32%. Non-GAAP EPS. 59 cents to 63 cents. Full year 2026 guidance. Billings. $8.4 billion to $8.6 billion, 13% midpoint growth. Revenue. $7.5 billion to $7.7 billion, 12% midpoint growth. Service revenue. $5.05 billion to $5.15 billion, 11% midpoint growth, with an expectation for acceleration in the second half of 2026, driven by 2025's product revenue growth. Non-GAAP operating margin. 33% to 36%. Non-GAAP EPS. $2.94 to $3. Midterm targets. Fortinet reaffirmed their midterm targets, aiming for billings and revenue compound annual growth rates, CAGRs, above 12%, and achieving the Rule of 45 for the seventh consecutive year. They expect to sustain product revenue growth of 10% to 15% over the midterm. Significant risk factors. While the outlook is positive, the company acknowledged potential risks. Forward-looking statements. All forward-looking statements are subject to risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to differ materially. Investors are encouraged to refer to SEC filings for detailed risk factors. Component costs and supply chain. While well managed with inventory buffers, fluctuations in component prices, particularly memory, could impact costs. Currency fluctuations. The recent weakness of the US dollar could present a modest headwind. Debt repayment. Fortinet plans to repay a $500 million tranche of senior debt at maturity in Q1, which, along with lower market interest rates, will reduce net interest income. Key strengths and highlights. Unified platform and FortiOS. Fortinet's core strength lies in its unified FortiOS operating system, which integrates networking and security functions, providing a significant competitive advantage. Secure networking leadership. The company continues to lead the secure networking market, outperforming the overall segment with 55% unit market share for firewalls. They anticipate secure networking will surpass traditional networking by the end of the year. SASE momentum. Unified SASE billing grew by an impressive 40%, representing 27% of total billings. Fortinet believes it's the fastest-growing SASE leader at scale, with key differentiators including Sovereign SASE, a unique offering that allows customers to deploy SASE in their own data centers, addressing data privacy and compliance needs. This is a significant growth driver with limited competition. Integrated SD-WAN and SASE. Seamless integration on a single OS allows for rapid expansion and upsell opportunities. Cost advantage. Their global cloud infrastructure offers high performance at a significantly lower total cost of ownership. AI-driven security. AI-powered solutions are a growing focus, with billing up 6% in Q4 and ARR up 21%. Fortinet offers over 20 AI-powered solutions, enabling customers to consolidate vendors. Operational technology, OT, security, demand in OT solutions is driving significant growth, with billing up over 25%, showcasing expertise in protecting critical infrastructure. Customer wins. The company highlighted several significant deals, including a 7-figure upsell to a large consumer services company for FortiSASE, an 8-figure deal with a global data center provider supporting AI/cloud workloads, a high 7-figure agreement with a utility company for OT security, and an 8-figure multi-year displacement win for unified SASE with a Fortune 100 company. Shareholder returns. Fortinet repurchased approximately 730,000 shares for $57 million in Q4, and an additional 4.6 million shares for $356 million year-to-date. They also increased their authorized stock repurchase amount by $1 billion. Lowlights, or areas of careful management. Service revenue growth trajectory. While service revenue grew, the growth rate was lower than product revenue in Q4. However, management expects this to pick up in the second half of 2026, driven by prior product revenue growth. SEC Ops billing deceleration. While the annual growth for SEC Ops is compelling, there was a slight deceleration in billings growth in Q4 compared to Q3. Management attributes this to a focus on secure networking and SASE in the quarter, and a more volatile nature of quarterly billings, emphasizing the long-term strength of the SEC Ops portfolio. Most important statements from CEO and CFO. Ken Hsia, Founder, Chairman, and CEO. We are very pleased with our excellent fourth quarter growth, driven by broad-based demand across our platform. Fortinet has led the convergence of networking and security for over 25 years, and secure networking is expected to surpass traditional networking by the end of this year. Our firewall leadership is driven by FortiOS, which unifies networking and security, and our FortiASIC technology delivers 5x to 10x better performance than competitors. Fortinet uniquely integrates firewall, SD-WAN, and SASE on a single operating system, allowing customers to expand SASE in minutes and driving upsell across a large customer base. We are seeing strong demand in sovereign SASE, and none of our major SASE competitors offer a sovereign SASE solution, making Fortinet's total unified SASE addressable market significantly greater than our peers. We view cybersecurity as a significant opportunity due to the need to manage AI. Christian Olgart, CFO. We are very pleased with our strong fourth quarter performance, exceeding the high end of guidance across billings, total revenue, and operating margins. Our strong network security foundation drives adoption of SD-WAN, SASE, and SEC Ops while creating significant opportunities to upsell integrated solutions across enterprise customers. In addition, we benefit from durable competitive advantages through our proprietary ASIC technology and a single integrated operating system, which delivers superior performance, lower total cost of ownership, and meaningful differentiation versus peers. Total gross margin of 80.3% was better than expected, which is especially impressive given the strong product revenue growth and related mix shift. Free cash flow was very strong at $577 million. We repurchased approximately 730,000 shares of common stock for $57 million during the fourth quarter. For the full year, we expect to achieve the Rule of 45 for the seventh consecutive year. We believe we can sustain product revenue growth of 10% to 15% over the midterm on average and reaffirm the midterm targets shared at our Analyst Day, including delivering billings and revenue CAGR above 12% and achieving the Rule of 45. In summary, Fortinet delivered a strong Q4 2025, demonstrating robust growth and exceeding expectations. Their integrated platform, leadership in secure networking and SASE, and strategic focus on AI and OT security position them for continued outperformance in the dynamic cybersecurity landscape. The company's financial guidance for 2026 reflects confidence in these growth drivers and their ability to maintain strong profitability and shareholder value.